August 13th is going to be, or is a day, to look forward to. Judge Sullivan, who has the Epstein documents case filed by Katie Fang, has ordered the Department of Justice and specifically Todd Blanche to appear before him on August 13th to explain why they haven't complied with turning over the documents that they said they had. It's important to understand in litigation that a lot of times people ask for documents that the request might be too broad, it might be objectionable in some way, maybe it contains privileged information. Well, the Epstein Transparency Act requires turning over everything except what might be the names of victims. So the first thing that Todd Blanche did was reach out to everybody mentioned in the Epstein files and say, are you a victim? So if, for example, Trump or Bill Gates said I was a victim, that would stop producing any records and stop any investigation by the Department of Justice because they've now claimed to be a victim. And that's what the second thing that you do when you look at documents, you decide if anything should be redacted, meaning kept out for specific reasons. Let's say in commercial litigation, it's particularly sensitive commercial information that is not necessarily related to the case at hand. You would black that out, but you have to keep a list of all of this and as to what was redacted and why it was redacted and in what document it was redacted. The Department of Justice has not turned over any of that. And in fact, they've claimed in some instances that the documents were withheld because they're, quote, substantially similar to other documents that have been produced. Well, there's no exception to producing documents that are sort of substantially similar. So let's say I send an email or a memorandum to somebody else that's not privileged, but on my copy of it that I put in a file, I have handwritten notes, and on the receiver's file, there are no handwritten notes. Well, in Blanche's view, those documents are substantially similar, but they're clearly not the same, and there's no protection for that type of thing. And the judge had specifically asked that list of redactions be provided of what documents and why, and he would review them in camera, meaning in secret or in chambers, so that they wouldn't become public. Blanche had said that they turned over these documents when they were due on July 30th, but it's not true. He hasn't. And Judge Sullivan has ordered them to appear, them being Blanche and the Department of Justice, to appear in court on August 13th to explain why they haven't complied with his orders. And this is going to be a real showdown and on the continuing saga of hiding documents. Keep in mind, at the same time, the New Mexico government has filed a lawsuit against the Department of Justice and Blanche for not turning over the Department of Justice documents as relating to the Zorro Ranch, where Epstein abused children and allegedly buried a number of them. Finally, we'll note that Senator Wyden of Oregon is still looking to get from the Treasury Department all the financial documents that they have relating to Epstein. I'd be asking now about the financial documents that led Capital One to believe that there was money laundering by all of the Trumps and the Trump organizations, and at the same time be demanding the other files that look at their potential drug dealing. August 13th is the day to circle.